pour attempt for pouring in harmony. The first one, we used a leftover paint cup, so all the colors were already combined in one cup, and then we poured it through the funnel to make the geode. And it actually looks pretty decent. So we're going to take the same funnel. The only difference is this time each of the colors are in their own little set. And we're going to pour them in one at a time. And I'm going to put black in between each color. So between each color that I choose, I'm going to layer with a layer of black. I'm going to have to move cups to the other side. I didn't realize that my arm was going to be in the way holding the funnel. The colors that we're using today are, of course, the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic Black and Artist Loft Flow Acrylics Metallic Gold. I'm using Art Minds DIY Brushed Metallics Aquamarine. I'm using Craftsmart Copper Metallic. And then I'm using Folk Art in Rose Gold, Color Shift, Aqua Flash, Color Shift, Blue Violet Flash, and the Sequin Blue, I think it is. Something, Blue Sapphire. And those are all Folk Arts, and those are all metallics. So, we're going to start with some black, of course, since that's the color I'm putting between everything. I'm going to start with some lighter colors. This is the Brushed Metallics from DIY. And I'm going to put some black. I'm going to do it this way so that it pours down. And then the Color Shift, Aqua Flash, and then add black. I'm gonna do some of the metallic copper, add black, the blue sapphire metallics, add black, Artist Loft Flow Acrylics Gold Metallics, and some more black. The purple flash, or blue violet flash I should say. Add a touch more black. I'm going to go back in and just, not in the same order, but just add some other colors. This is a larger canvas, so we're going to need more paint. That's the last of my black. Let's set that cup in the corner. The last of that blue. I'm going to set that cup in a corner. And then I think I want to add a little bit of the gold. Okay. I'm going to set these cups to the side because I can still use them. Move the cup that the black was in. And the cup that the blue was in. And are you guys ready for some fun? I didn't add any silicone because I didn't really want cells. But as you can tell, we're going to get cells regardless of whether I want them or not. I'm just holding it so it won't tip off, and I'm tapping leftovers in the corners. Also, I want to show you guys how beautiful this is. amazing, stunning colors. And I'm going to set that in an empty cup. It'll continue to drain. And we're going to tilt, but I'm going to do this a little slower than before because I want to try to keep the rings. That one a little faster than I intended. Probably should not have used so much black. Maybe a little less heavy-handed on the black would have helped. Regardless, it's beautiful even if it doesn't work for what I'm hoping for. It is still gorgeous. I think it'll make a decent geode. That way some, and then we want to go back that way some. I think I want to move the center down on that side. And I want it to go off a little bit, right there. Okay. It sounds like my nose is a little stuffy or something. I keep hearing myself breathe. And so, normally I can't hear it. It sounds like my nose is just getting a little stuffy. Okay, so we're going to fix these corners just a hair, you guys. Yep, I can hear it. My nose is getting stuffy. Okay, now I'm going to wipe my hands off and we're going to pull out some glitter. It didn't work quite as good as I was hoping. I may have used way too much paint too. And it may also be that I used metallics. That may have a lot to do with it. So I may try to use non-metallics next time. It looks awful dark for you guys. But it's actually nowhere near that dark. It is a little dark, but not like that. Okay, so there are some defined lines here and up this way. Some pretty ones here, which I'll probably end up going back over when it dries with some gold. But I do want to take a little bit of the glitter. I'm going to be using the silver glitter and the dark blue glitter because I did do an array of blues in here. I may also take some of the colors that I had left and just do some lines through. I don't really like doing that because then it's not as organic, but it would add some finer lines along some areas. Okay. I actually like that. That's not too bad. So I'm going to follow suit with the purple, the blue violet flash. It looks purple, so I call it blue violet flash, but I've been calling it purple, but it's actually a blue violet flash. So I'm just following some of the lines that are in the pour already. Dropped some, but I think I can maybe fix that. It's just a drip. You can pull it along another line there. Just kind of hide it in there. That works. I'm going to take some of this antique copper. There's not much of it. And I'm not just going to do this and leave it like this. I'm going to tilt it some to make it a little bit more organic. Because there just wasn't as many defined lines the way it did with making the cells. It didn't make the defined lines like you would expect from a geode. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of tilt it some. And see if it'll kind of, I know my hand's in the way, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to make it a little more organic than what it was. By just pouring it on. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands and then we'll see what else I want to add. May have messed it up, it may not look as good, but you know, it's all trial and error. We're here to have fun. Okay, so I'm going to smooth that out a bit. Just kind of do it like this and kind of I'm going to add a little bit more to cover up this line where I'm dragging it, but I'm going to kind of cover the edges of the gold. I need my glitter in like a little bottle with the fine nozzle that I can just pour in a line. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could do that with glitter, you guys? So yes, I just sprinkled a little bit of glitter, but I also got the glitter moved onto the areas. So there's a little extra glitter in other spots, but it'll go away. It's interesting. It's not quite what I was expecting. That makes it a little bit more organic, I guess. Okay. 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 I think that does make it a little bit more organic looking, but I don't really care for it, so, you know, it is what it is. I think I'm just going to take the same funnel. This is the paint that's come out of it so far, so I'm just going to sit in the center and pour that into it. And then instead of worrying about putting black between each color, I think I'm just going to put the colors. And we're just going to do a second one, hopefully, if it works. I'm almost out of a lot of the colors, and some of the colors I am out of. We're just going to see if it works. I'm trying to hold it still while I'm reaching. And then I'm put a last little bit of the black on top. There's not much in here. It's literally just going to be a few squirts. Okay. And here we go, guys. We're just gonna let it out and do our little rings. Set it back in a cup. And we're going to tilt. I should be tilting over top of glitter and stuff, so there's no telling what we'll get. It might not be a geode. It might just be a really cool pour. Okay, I really like this section over here. Can't really point to it because I'll drip paint on it. So my hands are a mess. I'm going through a lot of wet ones today. But this bottom right corner, which is going to be hard for you to see, but this is gorgeous. So, yeah, I kind of like it. It's kind of a geode. It's still got the patterns. I really like this corner though, even though there's some glitter and stuff there. There's actually glitter in all four corners. So I think we're just going to leave this one as is, and I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Has some pretty cool lacing. It should be really nice, especially with the fact that it's a lot of color shift and metallic paints. So I like it, and we'll get a close-up next and see how it goes. Let me know what you think.